Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Kite Cutter TV with another presentation. We gotta talk about this. Okay, guys, a few months ago, an Air Force veteran named Brian Colfage, who lost 3 limbs in the Iraq War, started a GoFundMe page that raised $22 million. The plan was to use the money donated and build the wall mile by mile in strategic locations by first getting permits from local private landowners. This construction of a wall started May 17 in El Paso, Texas, which is a hot spot for illegal immigration. This first section cost less than $10 million and is about half a mile long. This barrier is made of steel buried several feet deep in the ground and stands 20 to 25 feet above the ground. The wall includes all of the perks seen in the government prototypes, such as sensors, lighting, and access for Border Patrol.
Construction on a privately funded border wall has begun in New Mexico, right near the state line with Texas.
Leslie Aguilar joining us this morning to explain how that construction was funded and who's behind it that has a local connection here. Leslie, what are you learning?
Yeah, construction is happening now near El Paso, Texas. The money came from a GoFundMe account you may remember started a few months back, started by a triple amputee Air Force veteran. Construction started yesterday. So far, the GoFundMe account used to pay for it has raised more than $22 million. But it's not just that private citizen behind this. Former White House strategist Steve Bannon sits on the advisory board for the We Build the Wall group, and former Kansas Secretary of State Chris Kobach is the group's general counsel. Kobach says the wall will be a half-mile stretch costing anywhere from $6 to $8 million.
This is the first place in America that a private organization has ever built a wall privately, and this is the first time that this higher quality wall has ever been built. So El Paso now has the state of the art for construction of border fences.
The We Build the Wall company Facebook page says that they will build that fence on private property and then sell it to the government for $1. Customs and Border Protection has yet to comment. Leslie Aguilar, KCTV5 News.
A private group called We Build the Wall is funding the construction of a border barrier in Sunland Park. The private property along the border is owned by American Eagle Brick Company. The group tells KTSM 9 News reporter Stephanie Shields their goal is to deter illegal border crossings. Stephanie joins us live in the studio.
It started off with a GoFundMe page dedicated to raise money for President Trump's proposed border wall. After the page raised $20 million, the organizers said they decided to build the barrier themselves to ensure the money would go straight to the construction.
It's the same plan. We just found a different method of doing it, and this is our first section that we're about to complete. And when it's completed, we'll be handing it back to the government.
Organization leaders saying this is the first area a private group has built a border barrier in the United States. The area near Mount Cristo Rey, once bare just several days earlier, now featuring a nearly half-mile-long steel fence.
You know, for area residents who are concerned about illegal immigration and concerned about the flow of drugs through their community, I would think this would be a welcome sight.
Members of We Built the Wall plan to hand over the area to Border Patrol once construction is complete. Built by Fisher Industries, members say the bollard fencing is state-of-the-art, including underground sensors and lights.
We're going to turn all of that technology over to the Border Patrol so they can use it how they see fit. If they want to, respond instantly and turn on the lights anytime someone is walking there, that's up to them. If they want to keep the lights on for certain hours, it's up to them.
The group's general counsel says Border Patrol agents told them that hundreds of migrants have crossed in that area illegally. The group says securing the border with this barrier is a gift to America.
So it shows how crowdfunding can really do something impressive, and that's secure the United States of America by closing this really pivotal gap.
The We Built the Wall leaders tell me they are preparing for their second project in an undisclosed property. I did reach out to CBP and Border Patrol on the matter. I have not heard back. In the studio, Stephanie Shields, KTSM 9 News.
So then all of a sudden, the GoFundMe border wall is ordered to stop building because they didn't have the right paperwork. We Build the Wall, a privately funded effort to build a barrier on the U.S. Mexico border, was told to stop building Tuesday. The cease and desist order represents a new obstacle for the group. Sunland Park mayor said at a press conference, the cease and desist order was issued because of violation of city ordinances. For example, city ordinances require walls to be under 6 feet, and this wall stands roughly 20 feet. I quote, "Safety is always a concern for the city of Sunland Park," end quote. Brian Culfidge, the organizer of We Build the Wall, fumed on Twitter after the order was issued, claiming liberals trying to intimidate us. And I'll put up the tweet so you guys can check it out. As you can see, those same officials were on site that Friday giving them a green light to build. But we know the left really wants more illegal aliens entering the country to get more votes and to keep wages down. I'm going to keep a close eye on this one and keep you guys updated. Okay, this next story is a dime a dozen with illegal alien stash houses. These coyotes or people smugglers only care about the money and will do anything not to get caught and go to jail. Here's one story that happened near the border where illegal aliens were basically kept as slaves to pay off their debt. Check this out.
Homeland Security investigators still trying to figure out how 11 undocumented people ended up in a Northeast industrial park yesterday afternoon. Patty Santos just wrapped up a meeting with Homeland Security Investigations, who says some of these people may be deported. Patty, have there been any arrests in this case?
Investigators inside this Homeland Security office tell me the 11 people taken in yesterday were all from Oaxaca, Mexico. They were interviewed and agents will follow up on leads to figure out how they got to the location near Goldfield and Industrial Park. As the summer months approach, agents expect that we'll hear more cases about the drastic and dangerous measures people are taking to be smuggled into this country.
We're certainly seeing high numbers. I mean, last year, we had over 2,000 convictions for human smuggling as an agency. I don't see there's any reason to believe that that's not going to be higher this year.
As you mentioned, 3 out of the 11 people are charged with re-entering the country illegally. Now, if they have a criminal history, anyone deported before who re-enters could face a felony charge and spend up to 20 years in prison if convicted. Investigators say they're also trying to figure out if this is a human trafficking case. People who were taken in yesterday claim they were being kept and forced to work without pay for several weeks. Reporting on the north side, Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
They are being forced, they are being sold, and they are told to do horrendous things.
A Bexar County Sheriff's deputy saves 11 people from what authorities are calling modern-day slavery. This happened today on the northeast side off Ritterman Road and Goldfield. Homeland Security said the people are from Mexico and in the country illegally. Eyewitness News reporter Vanessa Croy has more about how these trafficking rings operate.
Officials are calling it a case of modern-day slavery. A Bexar County deputy saw a large group of people off Ritterman and Goldfield Road today, and when he stopped, they ran. A red flag for the deputy. He investigated and found 11 undocumented men and women who told officials they hadn't had food or water in 2 days. Authorities believe they're victims of human trafficking or a slavery ring.
We tend to believe that trafficking is something that happens in another country, and it just isn't true.
Dr. Julie Strench is a program officer with Roy Moss Youth Alternatives, providing emergency care and counseling services to children and young adults who are victims of sexual and labor trafficking.
It's really sad. They are being forced. They are being sold, and they are told to do horrendous things.
Strench said the traffickers are experts at manipulating their victims.
They often say that they're bringing kids and adults here for a better life, and they take their money and then they use them along the way.
And once they become victims, it's hard to get away.
Because the trafficker has told them, I'll kill your family or I'll hurt somebody in your life. And so they're so worried about what might happen that once they realize what they got themselves into, it's kind of very hard to get themselves back out of it.
There are safe houses where victims can go to for help. Just text the word SAFE to the numbers below on your screen or call 1-800-RUNAWAY. The safe houses are open for anyone ages 5 to 24, but Dr. Strench told us today they won't turn anyone away. She said the oldest victim she's worked with was 53 years old. Vanessa Croy, KENS 5, Eyewitness News.
So Democrats want to portray Republicans as racists and slave owners, but the truth is, these illegal aliens will eat their own to make a profit. And Democrats, by their stance in policy, has given these illegals incentives to cross the border illegally by offering free health care, driver's licenses, and every other possible handout you can think of, all at the expense of the U.S. taxpayer. So it's not only time to build the wall, but to change the liberal narrative that just because you want to protect your country, you hate other countries or are a bigot. These same leftists never say illegal immigration, but only immigration, to imply the right is against legal immigration. It's just ridiculous. Okay, guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Like, share, or subscribe. Until next time, peace.